Your brain is not on your side. It never was. Every car you financed, every apartment you upgraded, every credit card you opened, every raise you somehow can't account for 6 months later was your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do. The problem is, it was designed for a world that no longer exists. 100,000 years ago, the smartest thing a human could do was eat the food right now, spend the energy right now, take the reward in front of you right now. Because tomorrow, a saber-toothed tiger might eat you, your tribe might get wiped out, the river might flood and take everything with it. The man who saved for the future didn't have one. The man who consumed immediately survived. That man is your ancestor. That instinct is in your blood right now, and it's running at full speed inside your skull in 2026, while you're standing in a car dealership at 6 p.m. on a Saturday, convincing yourself that the $3,000 heated seat upgrade on a car you can't really afford is basically a health investment because your butt gets cold. The saber-toothed tiger is gone, but the brain that feared him never left. In every bank, every car dealership, every credit card company, and every retailer on the planet has spent billions of dollars learning exactly how to trigger that ancient wiring and charge you interest on it. You're not losing because you were lazy. You're losing because you were playing a modern financial game with prehistoric software. And once you see how that game actually works, you will never look at a single purchase the same way again. So let's talk about who figured this out before you did. It wasn't your financial advisor. It wasn't your employer. It wasn't the government. It was the people selling you things. Casinos figured it out first. No clocks on the walls, no windows, no natural light. Just a carefully engineered room designed to make you lose track of time, consequence in reality. Every carpet pattern, every machine sound, every free drink calculated to keep you at the table 5 minutes longer than you planned. Then retailers studied the casinos. Then car dealerships studied the retailers. Then credit card companies studied all of them. And what they all found was the same thing. The moment a human sees a reward getting closer, the rational brain steps back and the ancient brain takes the wheel. Dopamine floods the system. The price tag shrinks in your mind. The monthly payment feels manageable. The upgrade feels necessary. They don't call it manipulation, they call it marketing. That's not an accident. And it works because it was always going to work. You were always going to feel that pull standing in the showroom under the bright lights next to a car that smells new. You were always going to justify the upgrade. You were always going to tell yourself you earned it. Not because you're weak, because you're human. The people who build wealth and the people who don't aren't separated by willpower. They're not separated by discipline. They're not even separated by income. They're separated by whether they can see the trap before they step in it. The moment you understand that every store, every showroom, every checkout page you land on was engineered by someone who studied your brain longer than you have, something shifts. You stop blaming yourself and you start seeing the machine.
Here's what the machine actually looks like in real life. You get a raise. Your boss calls you in, shakes your hand, the number goes up. You drive home feeling like things are finally moving. And before you cash a single paycheck at the new rate, your brain has already started spending it. Not consciously, not recklessly, just quietly recalibrating what feels normal. The apartment you were fine in last month suddenly feels cramped. The car that got you to work every day for 3 years suddenly feels like something you should have traded in already. The restaurant you used to enjoy on a Friday night suddenly feels like a step down from where you should be eating now. Nothing changed except the number on your paycheck, but your brain moved the finish line. Silently, automatically, without asking you. Stop and think about that for a second. You earned more, you spent more, you felt exactly the same, and next year you'll call it inflation. That feeling has a name, hedonic adaptation. It means your brain takes every upgrade, every improvement, every win, and within weeks files it away as the new minimum, the new floor, the thing you now need just to feel normal. Here's what that looks like with a real number. The average American earning $90,000 a year has less than $500 in liquid savings. Not $90,000 a year somewhere rural, where that's a fortune. $90,000 a year in a regular American city. 2 car payments, a decent apartment, or a starter home with a mortgage that felt manageable at signing. Netflix and HBO Max on the TV. Outback Steakhouse on weekends, a Planet Fitness membership with a key tag on the keychain that hasn't been scanned in 6 weeks. Nothing crazy, nothing reckless, nothing their father would have called stupid, just a life that expanded perfectly in sync with every raise they ever got. And at the end of it, after years of working, earning, and spending, almost nothing sitting in an account to show for it. That's not a discipline failure. That's hedonic adaptation running exactly the way it was built to run, inside a world that was built to accelerate it. The heated seats stopped feeling like a luxury 3 weeks after they drove off the lot, but the payment is still coming out every month. That's the trap that never announces itself. That's the game running against you every single time your income goes up and your bank account stays flat. And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. The people selling you the upgrade knew this would happen. They knew the heated seats would stop feeling special. They knew the dopamine would fade. They knew you'd be back in 24 months standing in the same showroom under the same bright lights looking at the next model because the one in your driveway doesn't feel like enough anymore.
What did you buy that used to excite you and now just exists? Drop a comment and let me know. Now, zoom out and look at the whole picture. They didn't just know it, they planned for it. They built annual model releases so last year's car looks dated. They built subscription tiers so the version you have always has a better one above it. They built loyalty programs that make you feel like a valued customer while they calculate exactly how long before you're ready to upgrade again. Your dissatisfaction is a revenue stream. The moment you stop wanting what you just bought, they're already building the next version to sell you. So what actually works? Not willpower. Willpower is a cup that empties, and every purchase environment you walk into is designed to drain that cup before you reach the decision. Not budgeting apps. You've downloaded 3 of them, you've opened them twice. What actually works is building your own system before the machine gets to you. They took the clocks off the casino walls so you'd lose track of time. You set up an automatic transfer so your investment contribution moves the day your paycheck lands, before your hand ever touches it. They made spending frictionless. 1 click, saved card, no confirmation, done. You delete the saved card. You add 1 extra step between wanting something and buying it. Not a wall, just a speed bump. Just enough time for the part of your brain that can do math to catch up to the part that just wants the thing. They put the most expensive model at the front of the showroom, so everything else feels like a bargain by comparison. You stop walking into showrooms, stores, and checkout pages when you're tired, hungry, or had a brutal week, because that's when your ancient brain is loudest and your rational brain is sitting quietly in the corner. None of this requires perfect discipline. It just requires building the system before you need it. Because by the time you need it, the dopamine is already running and the rational brain already lost. Here's what changes when you finally see it. You stop beating yourself up every time you make a bad money decision. You stop telling yourself you just need more discipline, more motivation, more willpower next time. You start asking a different question. Not, why did I do that? But what in that environment was specifically designed to make that feel like the right decision at the time? Because there was always something. A salesperson who spent 20 minutes building a friendly conversation before showing you a single number. A showroom floor designed so you sit in the car before you discuss the price. A monthly payment that turned a number that should have felt large into something that felt like it was basically already in your budget. They did their job. Your brain responded the way it was built to respond, and the transaction happened. That's not a character flaw. That's a system working exactly as designed. And the only way to beat a system is to build a better one. The people who build real wealth aren't walking around with more willpower than you. They're not more disciplined. They're not made differently. They automated the investment before the paycheck lands.
They removed the saved card from the browser. They stopped trusting the feeling of a good deal and started trusting a simple rule made in advance when the dopamine wasn't running. Most of the time, when the dopamine settles, you look at the thing you almost bought and feel nothing. That's the whole game. The saber-toothed tiger shaped your brain for a world where tomorrow was never guaranteed. But tomorrow is coming. 30 years of tomorrows are coming. And your prehistoric brain is going to keep doing exactly what it was built to do. It's going to feel the pull in the showroom. It's going to tell you the upgrade makes sense. It's going to find a justification for every purchase that feels good right now. That's not going to change. The question is whether you're going to keep letting it run the whole game, or whether you're going to build a system around it that makes the right move automatic before the ancient brain gets a vote. You cannot out-discipline a billion-dollar industry that has studied your psychology longer than you have been alive. But you can stop playing on their terms. Drop in the comments, what's the last thing you bought that felt completely justified at the time and slightly questionable the next morning? Be specific, because I guarantee the environment had more to do with it than you did.